In the past year, schools have been challenged with keeping their children in the classroom. But now, it's about getting them there.
Last year, there was one time when we did have to double bus because I could not fill that route. Those kids were an hour late for school.
Schools say the bus driver shortage has been an ongoing issue, and there have been few signs it's getting better.
I would suggest in the last 5, it's intensified.
The Michigan Department of Education placed bus drivers on their critical shortage list of public school jobs in 2016, but the COVID-19 pandemic has added more pressure on the problem.
Last year, we had just one sub that felt comfortable coming in and still driving during the pandemic. So that put myself and my secretary Karen on the road quite a bit.
Lisa Cole is the Chippewa Hills School Transportation Supervisor. She fills in as a driver because she has no substitute drivers.
Yes, I am. Filling in unexpectedly if we have a call in or just a scheduled day off for a driver. Myself and my secretary both fill in. Superintendents
have also swapped their desks for the driver's seat, including Reed City Superintendent Michael Sweet.
I wanted to get kids home because lots of times if things were going on, you had to double up routes, or you might have to hold kids after school for a couple hours before another bus driver became available.
Sweet, like every driver, has a commercial driver's license and school bus endorsement to be able to drive a bus. But the requirements don't stop there, which is part of the problem, according to school leaders.
These are people that have to maintain all of their credentialing, but don't work here, and are available when I call them at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So often my transportation director ends up driving.
Bus drivers not only have a CDL and school bus endorsement, they need a Class A or B license with a passenger endorsement. They also must pass written exams and complete up to 18 hours of training. That's all before getting behind the wheel. And they're often part-time employees who don't receive benefits.
They're still employed by me, but as a part-time person, your benefits are greatly limited.
So schools are finding creative ways to attract the right candidates. First Student LLC in Harrison spent the summer recruiting.
We do the 4th of July parade every year, decorate the bus, we throw out candy, we hand out flyers. All the drivers that walk wear the shirts. We have shirts made for the children. Ask me about my mom's job or my grandma's.
And for those with kids. So you've gotten some drivers just by having them enroll their students and saying, hey, you have a child that's going to be riding the bus.
Bring your child to work with you. You don't pay daycare, they ride the bus.
The average pay rate for a part-time bus driver is $16 in Michigan. Some schools will now pay holidays and offer extra hours. They may even pay for training, but all those added incentives may not be enough.
Everybody that rides a bus is going to have to wear a mask. We still want to take all the precautions that we can to keep everybody safe.
It can be a stressful job, carrying the most precious of cargo, but it can also be one of the most rewarding jobs out there.
I had a young lady whose grandmother passed away. She got on the bus, crying. So I said, what's the matter? And she just grabbed hold of me and started bawling. And she thanked me later for taking that few minutes of my time just to comfort her.
Schools expect to continue their search for drivers throughout the year. For 9 and 10 News, I'm Chelsea Dickens.